Hello again, viewers, and welcome to part 2 of these tutorials. Today, I'll be showing you quickly how to use GitHub at CyberSpark. I understand that at first, GitHub can be very overwhelming and complicated to understand, so that's why this tutorial is created, and I'm going to show you what you need to know to be successful at CyberSpark. So let's get in it. So let's get started. Let's go on to GitHub. So I have it right here, and let's log into GitHub so I can show you what everything is. So there's my username, my password. I don't really know my password. And the first thing you see here is first I created my own account before, so I'll explain what this all means. So this part here, you can treat it like it's a Facebook kind of thing, a update or post. So that's what people are doing. So I have a person, a user, who is pushing something. Pushing meaning to like physically push, meaning like to the code you have. You're moving that code into a repository. A repository is another name for a file placement. GitHub calls it a repository. A repository is simply a place where you can store your files. So I have someone named Pillowification who happens to be Marcus Tran, and he made a change or a push to a master branch at a repository called cyberspark/sfwatertaxi. But I'll go into that later. But simply, I wanted to show you the main screen. So this is the main screen. There's me, there's my icon, there's my username, and there's our CyberSpark. Alright? So here is the repository you contribute to. These repositories like SJSU, CS149, and CyberSpark Auto Theme, those repositories, those people invited you in so you can help modify codes. So the moment you send Mike your username, Mike should add you onto CyberSpark and you have full access to CyberSpark's repository. So let's get on it. Let's click on the repository that I contribute to, or simply for the first time just click on the switch tax dashboard context and click on CyberSpark. So now I'm here and you can see all these repositories, all these files. So some are locked and some are open. So the ones that are locked are for private users. Those are private, meaning that no one from the streets or the public can view them. Only people who work at CyberSpark can view them. So let's click on one I've been working on. So I've been working on a repository called the Auto Theme. In here you have these files, design, develop, whatever. There's just a bunch of files. And I click on them. There's files here. There's a bunch of files that I made and a bunch of files that other people made. Alright? And here is the whole CyberSpark repository homepage. And you have the names here that are private and stuff like that. And right now, don't worry about these icons right here. Don't need to worry about that. And here are the people who are added into this repository. Nothing special here. Let's go back onto the main page by clicking on the cat icon. And don't worry about pull requests and issues and stuff like that. So that's simply what GitHub is. GitHub is a place where you can share your code with other people, make modifications. I quickly want to add on, let's say that you want to create your own repository or file that you want for your own sake, for your personal use. So how you would do that is you go to your main screen, click on the cat, and then you will click on this green button called the new repository, and in there you want to select your own username, which happens to be my username, and then you give it a name. Let's give it a testing repository. And from there you can decide if you wanted to give a description on what the repository is. I'll just call it testing repository. and I have to keep it public because it's a free account, and if I were to make, well, if I wanted to make it private, I would have to pay GitHub like $7 a month. But anyways, I'm gonna initialize this repository. Don't worry about what it means for now, and press create. And from there, GitHub created a testing repository just for me, and from there I have every file you create will have this read.md file. Basically, this is what it is right here. It's a place where you can give your descriptions, you can go on more about what it does, and things like that. So I'm gonna edit this file, give it something and some comments or whatever. And then from here, what commit basically means is what did you change? That's what it is. And I can say I added text into the file. And then this self-explanatory, you want to add more extended descriptions. But for now, don't worry about these tabs. Just press commit changes. And from there, press on this testing repository or click on my name or your username. Oops, don't do, yeah. So click on this testing repository and there you go. I added something into the README file. You can delete it as well by pressing on it and clicking the trash can that says delete this file. Don't need to do any commit. And that's pretty much it. And if you, let's say you don't want the testing repository, you want it to be wiped out. So you will go to settings, go all the way down to delete this repository, and we'll ask you, hey, type in the name of the repository you want to get deleted. So you would do testing repository, or simply copy and paste and press I understand the consequences, gets deleted. Then you will never see it again. It says here it was deleted. That is it. And that ends part 2 of the video. Thank you.